Okay, hi, I'm Chris Burns from Techie Gurus. Welcome to Office 365 tools you probably didn't know you had. And if you do know that you had all these at the end, I'm sorry that you sat here and through this entire presentation. I'm just kidding. Uh, these are all our social medias. We post the videos on our YouTube channel, so just youtube.com/techiegurus. We post them usually the next day. It could be 2 days, but historically it's within one business day. Follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. We're starting to get back into that. We haven't done much on Twitter's, but we're more active on our LinkedIn blog and YouTube. So goals for today. This whole series that we've been doing has all been about how do you work more effectively from home? How do you work with a dispersed team? So what we're trying to do is also give you more access into like what you already paid for. So if you have Office 365 today, what this is designed to do is show you apps that maybe you just didn't know you had. Maybe it's something that fits a niche inside your business that can help you eliminate maybe another tool that you're paying for. So topics are serious. Obviously, I present with some levity, and I've said this every episode, but my humor sometimes can be considered inappropriate, but I do try to keep it under check while we're doing the webinars, and I'll always be focused on security. So with that, we're on September. This is September 2nd, so we're on the Office 365 tools you didn't know you had. We have 3 left in our series, and we're working on what our follow-up is for this. And if you have any kind of information at the end, we'll have an email address. If you're looking for something that you want us to do a webinar on, please just send us an email, and it's something that we can kind of customize. So the agenda for today. So again, I've kind of already covered this, but it's Office 365 tools you probably didn't know you had, but it can solve some business problems. And then I'm going to show you, I'm going to switch to a little bit of demo, and I'll actually show you what it kind of looks like internal inside of Office 365 with the demo account. So most people, when they look at Office 365, they think email and they think Office, and that's it. But Microsoft's ecosystem is to the point now where they keep adding applications, but they do remove applications. So I want to caution people on this, that most tools that Microsoft releases, they don't just get yanked after a year or two, but there have been some. There was an invoicing application that they had for about 1.5 years, and they decided to end of life that this year. There's also Staff Hub, which again, they end of life that too as well. So even though they exist, they may not exist forever. So keep that in mind when we go through this. Today they exist. There's no plan on any of these to actually be deprecated or anything like that, but it's something that could happen. But also Microsoft is retooling these things all the time. So they're adding new tools constantly. It's even a challenge for us sometimes to keep up because they just add a tool and they may not announce it. And then another thing to think about is the licenses that you pay for dictate some of the tools that you can have. So as we go through this, understand that if you don't see an application, it's probably because your license doesn't allow you to see it. And that's something that we can talk about offline. So the takeaway, one thing you want to do is you can do some research on it. Once you understand what applications there are and the ones that we go over, you can go to Google or Bing if that's your thing. No, I'm kidding. Nobody uses Bing, but you can go ahead and do a search for any of these tools. And Microsoft has some pretty decent documentation. They also have some videos like on YouTube that you can kind of go through. We can also help out for some things. So take that as you will. You want to go to portal.office.com. And once you log in there and authenticate, you want to click on all apps. And that's how you get access to all of these. So this is a screenshot. The ones we're going to cover today are Planner, Power BI, Stream, To Do, Whiteboard, Bookings, and Forms. So Planner is like light project management. It's how you can organize teamwork. We're starting to use it internally for a lot of like smaller things, maybe not like something that's gonna be like 6 months long, but like smaller chunks of time. Power BI is basically business intelligence. You can take pretty much any kind of input and create like charts and graphs and things like that to interpret the data. Stream is really cool. You can upload videos internally. You can also do live streaming from it as well. Now we use Zoom for the webinar because it integrates better with our CRM. And if that ever changes, we'll probably switch. But for right now, that's part of the reason why we use Zoom. To Do is a task list. It's free. It's included. You don't have to go out and pay for any other kind of task list. There's a bunch out there. You don't have to pay for it. You can just log in with your Office 365 credentials, and it actually integrates in with your calendar as well. So it's pretty cool. Whiteboard is exactly what it sounds like. It's a whiteboard. You can run it in the web. There's an application for Windows 10. It's actually on iPad as well. So if you have a pencil, like an Apple Pencil, you can actually draw out like a whiteboard right there and save it. And I'll show you some of that. Bookings, it's kind of like Calendly, where you can take bookings, it'll put it in there in your calendar. You can also charge people for it. I think it integrates with Stripe. So if that's something you're looking for. And then forms, it's kind of like SurveyMonkey. You can create any kind of survey you want. You can create like a questionnaire. You can import, take that data and actually analyze it in Excel. So that's what we're going to cover today. I'm going to stop sharing for a second. I'm going to bring up a window and we'll kind of go over that. So I pre-logged in as my demo account. And okay. So the first thing we're going to cover is Planner. Planner, again, like I said, is a task management tool. So you can create a plan here. You can then see your tasks as well. You can assign to other people inside the organization. We don't have a plan yet, so we can just create a plan. So we'll just say like webinar. We'll make it private so that only people that we add can actually see it. But if we wanted to, we could make it public. So if it's something internally that we want to make public to everybody, we certainly do that. There's additional options for that. So we'll create the plan. And literally just go down and set tasks. So if you use Microsoft Project today, or use some other sort of project management tool, you might be able to actually switch to this because one of the cool things about this is it integrates with Microsoft Teams. So if you're using Teams internally, you can actually bring up Planner inside of Teams. I can't demo that right now because I'd have to show you some active plans, but it's something to think about. Is a lot of these applications tie in with Teams. So if you start using Teams as your communication hub inside your business, you can then use these applications inside, which is super cool. So we'll, I'm going to delete this. Actually, I'll delete that later. Well, we'll move on to Power BI. So Power BI, again, is business intelligence, and it's really just a way of saying, hey, you know what? I can import any kind of data. It can be Excel spreadsheet. If you have SQL databases or Oracle databases or things like that, you just want to create beautiful dashboards. And even if you want to pull in information from multiple sources, you can analyze that data in a way that you want. Now, Power BI itself to view is free. To create is $9.99 a month. But if you only have one person in your business doing it, they can pay the $10 a month, create all of the dashboards, and then assign free licenses to everybody else. So you don't have to pay for everybody. You can just pay for the people that are creating the actual data or using the data and actually creating the Power BIs. We'll move on to Stream. So Stream is really cool. So as you can see here, we had a live hacking demo. So we actually upload all of our content into Stream. So if you go here, go to channels. Oh, sorry, this is my channels. And all right, let's not do that because I forgot to upload anything in here. So this is for the company. So we've done all our webinars. We put all our webinars in here. We also have a couple other things in there as well. But one thing that you can do in Stream, it's kind of cool. You can live stream from here. We haven't actually actively done this because, again, we use Zoom. But you can live stream here. You can upload any kind of videos. If you want to create a transcript, one of the coolest features about this is take a video that you created, like a webinar, like a recording, upload it. It'll automatically create a transcript for it. And with that, you can create closed captioning. So if you upload your videos to like YouTube or Vimeo, you can then take that transcript file and actually upload it as well. And all of your videos will have closed captioning. So that's how we actually do it for YouTube. We actually do everything in Stream first, download the video in the closed caption file, and then upload it. So moving on. So To-Do is really cool. You can create tasks in here. It's more for an individual. So let's say you want to plan out your day and you want to create tasks and you just want to check them off and things like that. So I could say, hey, look, I need to do a sales proposal. I need to do a webinar. You can also assign categories, as you can see over here. If you can pick a category, you can do green, you can do blue. There's orange. There's a ton of colors. You can choose however you want to organize your data. You can do remind me, you can add due dates, you can add anything that you want to do from a task management perspective, and it does tie into Outlook and it will alert you. So there's an app for your phone, for your computer. It doesn't matter if it's Android or iOS. I think you can also use it on iPads if you'd really like to. It's super cool because you can see your data from wherever you need to. Stream also has apps. Most of these applications actually have an app, and most of these apps from Microsoft have an application that is available mobile. So again, you can view the content, you can edit some things, you can upload all from wherever you're at. Microsoft Whiteboard is pretty cool. So this is, you can draw in here. I don't want to draw my mouse because it's not going to look pretty, but one of the coolest things about this is sticky notes. And you can type anything, you can organize them wherever you want. So, oops, right there, I did that, but oops. Or you get the demo people to hurt you where it's like, where it's adjusting all of them. That's not normal, but anyway, you can reorganize these. It's a little bit easier on an iPad. All right. We'll just ignore the fact that I can't get those to move. Anyway, you can reorganize those. For some reason, I guess, I don't know if it's because I'm presenting, it's adjusting all of them, but you can move those wherever you want. So you can actually create like nice presentation of like data. So you can actually sit in there and actually do a whiteboard. You could broadcast this on a screen and actually fill out sticky notes. So let's say you wanted to create like a mini flow chart or something like that. You could do that and then go create it wherever you need to create it. Moving on to bookings. Bookings, again, like I said, it's really like Calendly. There's a ton of apps out there, Book Like a Boss or something like that, where you can create a booking page and people can book time with you. So you can charge for this. It does integrate with Stripe. We don't use it again because it doesn't integrate with some of the tools that we use. But if you're not using like another CRM or something that you need integration with certain tools, it's perfectly great just to, if you're a solopreneur or even if you're a small team, to create a booking and actually you can actually put your entire staff on there and book time. And again, if you want to charge, you can absolutely do that. People can put a credit card in and have to pay before you do that. Last one we'll cover today is forms. Forms, like I said, is like SurveyMonkey. You can literally create any kind of survey you want. It can be a questionnaire. You can take that data, you can analyze in Excel. You can make an input form for your business, or it could be like an onboarding form for an employee that you can use internally. Let's say you want to track like what applications they need access to, what kind of Active Directory groups they need to be added to for permissions, maybe stuff like that. You could have that form already done, fill it out. Like for us, we would appreciate it if you just send us a copy of it. So when we onboard an employee, we could absolutely just go through that. Because you can, like I said, you can dump it from Excel. You can send that Excel spreadsheet in and we'll take care of everything. You could use that with your existing IT company that you use today. It could just be internal. It could just be onboarding for HR. Somebody fills out the form, fills out most of the information that they need. I wouldn't put personal information in there, but just to do their job, and you can submit it internally. So maybe you want to do quizzes. Maybe you want to quiz your customers. You want to send out a quiz. You can send out a quiz from here. You can group forms. You can share forms amongst your team. Anything you pretty much can do with SurveyMonkey, you can do in here. You can also then look at the responses. You can run some data on that. So these are like the common ones that you'll see. If you go to the launcher, this is considered the launcher in Office 365. It's the like 9 dots. You can see other applications. You can actually go to all apps. So we have access to certain applications that you may not be able to get to because of our licensing. But these are all the other ones. There's Power Apps. Those are some other ones. That's where you can create like business applications. There's Power Automate. You can create some automation. This is stuff that you probably want to cover. This is like, you kind of have to go deeper dive on that. So, but that's how you get to them. Like I said, Stream for us is really, really cool from a webinar perspective because we do take our videos and upload them and we can save them and then create the transcript files. We're starting to use Forms more inside our business, and like again, Planner. And like I said, most of these actually do tie in inside of Teams. So as you get in Teams, clearly is one of the best features that you can get with Office 365. So I said this before, but if an application doesn't show up, it's probably because you don't have the right license. So with that, you have to talk to your global administrator. You have to talk to your IT provider or whoever's providing you with the Office 365, if it's Microsoft. And you kind of have to figure out what license you need. So maybe you want to use a specific app, but you just don't have a license for it. Well, again, you just have to change that license. There may be additional cost, but it's something that you just have to look at. Enterprise level ones, like they call it Microsoft 365. There's like apps for business, those types, or if you get with Office 365 E3, those include a lot of these, most of these applications. The small business ones don't necessarily include all of them. So again, it's just a license that can be changed at any point in time. So if you need some help, one thing that we've offered on this is just a 30-minute call. I'm here to talk about anything. It could be something we talked about in the webinar. It could be something to talk about in your business. Maybe you want to just lob an IT question over for some reason. Maybe your provider isn't doing something for you. Go ahead and schedule a call. It's not going to cost you anything. I'm an open book. I'll tell you whatever I can tell you. Maybe if I can answer your question, I'll answer your question. If I can't, then I'll gladly tell you that. We're just here to help anybody that really needs help. That's what we're here for. So feedback, please send us an email, info@techygurus.com. As we get more social, we'll probably monitor those a little bit more, but right now email is the best way to contact us, or just give us a phone call. And with that, Jenna, are there any questions?
The only question we have is if there's a big difference between Microsoft's booking or other booking links you've talked about.
Yeah, there's gonna be some features, most of which are probably gonna tie into third-party applications. Like I said, for us, it doesn't tie in with like our CRM, and like Calendly. One of the things that's really key for Calendly is it ties in with a lot of third-party applications. You don't have to necessarily use Zapier to integrate them. So that's something you have to think about. Like if you're doing email marketing and you're trying to send stuff out with bookings, you'll get a URL. So just like a URL you can send out to people, they can click on and book. So that may not be something that's important to you, but if you want to be able to create from like a marketing campaign, like somebody can go in there and say, I'll see, where your CRM is trying to automatically create booking links for you, that's not going to work. So it really just comes down to try it, see if it fits in your business, and if it doesn't, then you can go out and spend a little bit of more money on like Calendly or one of those like that. But we wanted to show you that just to show you that, hey, look, maybe there's a free option that's already included in what you're paying for that you can use in your business. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and then you just move on from there. But does that sound good? Does it?
Yeah. No, just that. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So this is obviously a high level overview of some of these applications. We could definitely go a deeper dive. Like I said, if you take these and you go out there and you just do a Google search and you just look for them, Microsoft has a ton of documentation on this and some of the things you can do. And there's also some YouTube videos as well. So coming up next week, we're going to talk about collaboration best practices, and hope everybody has a great Labor Day. Oops. Actually, how about I share this again? So, yeah, well, you get to see the whole slide deck now because I just showed the wrong thing. But anyway, next week is going to be collaboration best practices. So with that, respect to your time, hope everybody has a good Labor Day weekend, and we look forward to talking to you next week.